morning, ladies and gentlemen. I understand the frustration of Shakur Stevenson and his performance versus Edwin de Lo Santos this past Thursday. I understand it was boring. I understand it was unfortunate. I understand it's not up to par to the expectations of Shakur Stevenson. But y'all don't keep the same energy. Now, I'm all for the criticism. I'm criticizing him as well. It seems like Shakur Stevenson and Edwin de Lo Santos was playing hot piece of butter with the belt. None of them was actually fighting to become a world champion. No, you be a champion. No, tú quieres ser champion. I don't want it. No, you be the champion. No, yo no quiero. No, you be the champion. It was playing hot piece of butter with the WBC world title. None of them was fighting to be a world champion, so both of them should be criticized and held accountable for the performances, but you guys are just going after Shakur Stevenson. But it takes two to tango, huh? It takes one to move, but it takes the other one to cut the ring off, right? Right? Come on now. Let's keep it real, buddies. Let's keep it real, like they say in the ghetto. Edwin de Lo Santos couldn't cut the ring off. But you guys give Edwin de Lo Santos the benefit of the doubt. Some give him the praise that he was trying to make it a fight. But y'all ain't keep the same energy when it was Jaron Boots Ennis trying to pursue and trying to cut the ring off, but couldn't cut the ring off. So a lot of people out there criticize Jaron Boots Ennis for not cutting the ring off, and y'all was giving credit to Karen. How about the Sandor Martin versus Teofimo Lopez? Sandor Martin was just moving around, not really trying to engage other than the flash knockdown in the second round. But you all praise Sandor Martin. And y'all was like, oh, Teofimo Lopez can't cut the ring off. Jaron Boots Ennis, oh, he's exposed. Boots is exposed. He can't cut the ring off. But y'all don't say the same thing about Edwin de Lo Santos. Why won't the boxing world keep the same energy? See, the problem is, it's not the criticism. The problem is y'all don't keep the shame energy. See, we changed the name. Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazon, a.k.a. El Borracho is changing the phrase. Y'all don't keep the shame energy. Why? Why? I know why. Because people like to cater to their own argument. People want to brag. People want to win the debate. But at the end of the day, yes, Shakur Stevenson deserved every criticism, especially when Shakur Stevenson is saying that the media don't know nothing and people don't know nothing, blah, 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 blah. You know, he's bringing more heat to himself. He's putting more gas in the fire, you know? But when are we going to keep the same energy? Edwin de Lo Santos, El Dominicano. And if I would be biased, I would be going for the Dominican, right? Because I'm Dominican myself. I'd be going for the Mangucro Tres Golpe. I'd be going for the Mofongo. I'd be going for the Chimichurri. Edwin de Lo Santos. But let me tell you like this. Edwin de Lo Santos did nothing. Nada. No hizo nada. El Tigre no hizo nada. No hizo nada. At the end of the day, whether we like the fight, whether it's boring or not, and I'm not giving no pass to Shakur Stevenson because, you know what, I praise him enough, and I'm still going to give him his credit. I think he's going to bounce back from this performance. But Edwin de Lo Santos was also fighting for a belt. Remember, it's a vacant title. It's not that Shakur Stevenson was the champion. And Edwin de Lo Santos really didn't tell me that he wanted to become a champion. Now, the excuses, oh, he was running. No. He couldn't cut the ring off. Like Jaron Boots Ennis, which y'all say, oh, Karen exposed him. Couldn't cut the ring off. Like, oh, but Sandor Martin really exposed Teofimo Lopez. He couldn't cut the ring off. Edwin de Lo Santos did not score. If y'all think that, put it this way. Let's put it onto perspective. If y'all think Shakur Stevenson is boring, he had a boring performance, but I don't think he's a boring fighter. I don't think the last 4 fights, we can't erase the last 4 fights, but I understand this community that we forget. We got short-term memory span. The Hearing fight is not boring. The Oscar Valdez fight was not boring. The Canso Xiao and the Yoshino was not boring, but I understand. Let him get his criticism right now. But if Shakur Stevenson was boring that night, Edwin de Lo Santos was even more boring. If he's a boring fighter, the Edwin de Lo Santos that landed less punches than Shakur Stevenson is more of a boring fighter. He couldn't make adjustments in the 12-round bout. Now, do I believe that Edwin de Lo Santos is a good fighter? Yes, but we got to keep the same energy. Because if you don't keep the same energy with Edwin de Lo Santos, because we're criticizing Shakur Stevenson because we don't want to see a performance like that ever again. Well, I don't want to see a performance with Edwin de Lo Santos like that ever again as well. And I'm being unbiased, logically, and objectively. And I know some of you are going to be like, oh, man, you trying to... No. I'm being honest. I'm being honest with both fighters. Both of them was underwhelming. Both of them was boring. But y'all only criticizing one fighter. But it was two fighters that was going for being a champion. It was a belt on the line. None of these guys was champions. And Edwin de Lo Santos, no Shakur Stevenson, looked like they was playing hot piece of butter with the belt. No, I don't want to be a champion. 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 You be a champion. It is what it is. Just let's put everything to perspective. Let's keep the same energy. It's all right to criticize, hold fighters accountable. I'm all for that. But let's keep the same energy. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know it's Punch on Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. All right.